I'm saying, hey, who know? I can just drop something and go viral. Right? I could. Hey,
I like that.
it's going on. Whose platform?
We are
Diddy.
Come on,
Revolt.
before I said tell us before you.
My bad.
live.
We live.
Not yet. Not yet.
This will be a blooper.
Okay, so
This
we're
will be a
going-
blooper.
All right, come on, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Like, where should our eyes go? Like, should we look at a camera?
So this is my camera. I'm the host of the show, but you know what we got going on.
So you gonna be looking at that all the time?
I'm right here.
Wait, which camera is that?
Where you at, bro? Whatever is straight to you.
That's the
You know
camera,
what I'm
right?
saying? And this is the main.
Oh, it's okay.
Feel me?
No, the camera is looking fine.
Everything
Camera
looks
is looking
good.
good. Camera
Everything looks
is looking good.
Skin looking
Camera 5.
I'd say. You know what I'm saying? So Boloco, man, what would you give us today, man? What would you say? I'm not even gonna speak. So,
Hold on. I want to see what JB is.
So-
I jumped straight out
He
here.
jumped straight into it.
Did I skip a step? Did I skip a step?
You jumped straight
skipped
into
a
it.
step.
No, he jumped into the game.
So
I appreciate
The
it.
first thing I did was get my credit right.
Okay, so what
Okay.
is it that you what form of business are we even talking about here?
We're talking about the rental car space.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, the rental car business. Sorry, I jumped right out there. I just started talking about the cars and everything. Yeah, my mind goes a million miles a minute. So yeah, back to what I was saying. Pretty much, I got my credit right,
Right.
and then I started. I got 2 cars within a month. I learned that play. YouTube University. Please, I don't like to hear people say they don't know something and they got on YouTube University and just tried to search it. I guarantee somebody has thrown a how-to video out there for it.
Oh, wait.
You just lazy. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I don't care what it is.
For real though, yeah.
Somebody out there has already thought. Somebody else need to know this. So, yeah, boom. That's where I went.
Right.
I learned, okay, boom. I kept my credit to a certain place. I would say that buffer is right above 685. That's, in my opinion, for you to really get what you really want. And I'm going to get to that because that varies for each person.
Right.
You know? I would say that 680, 685 mark, you can go and get you 1 or 2 cars within the first 30 days. Why
Okay.
I say the first 30 days, yeah, we're probably putting down 1 or 2,000.
Hold on a second. Let's be. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure we heard this right. My boy said, with a credit score of about 680, right? That you can go get a car or 2 from the lot and put down about 1 to 2,000. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and that's if you don't jump too high. There are lots that I would drop, but they're not paying me, so I'm not gonna say their names. But there are lots out here that you can go and get something for nothing down. If you write the low 7s, but I'm talking about 680. There's 2 ways to do this. You can be a good customer at Bank of America, and they'll give you approval. They give you a pre-approval of $45,000. Okay, you go get you a nice Nissan and maybe a small little 4 Series BMW in about the 25,000, 26,000 range. You in the game. You're in the game.
Yep.
You got a car that you can charge $75 a day. Another car you can charge in the weekdays, 95 to 105. Weekends, you can go as high as you want depending on the demand, right? So that's what I would say is a formula for anybody. Get your credit right and try to get. And now these 2 side businesses all need to get serviced. I mean, you're always gonna have to deal with.
Regardless, it's a responsibility.
Yeah, and people try to scale up too fast in a lot of businesses, and this is one day you should not be thinking about
that's what
quitting
they
your
say
job
on.
doing.
That's what they say on Instagram though. Like you get 10 cars and 6.
Me, because I know something that's more like a side hustle, right?
Definitely.
So for a lot of people, if they want to take this serious and want to say let's say they make it full time, so I think that's the form of an idea for somebody who would be on Instagram saying you could get 10 cars in this amount of months and this and that. Because if they have the time and the energy and the drive to do it, you know, it's a possibility that
It's a possibility, but I do see what Bo is advising in that you got to be mindful of how you scale up.
Of course.
Because if you have, because it is, and what I was trying to touch on earlier is that with 2 businesses, it's Airbnb and also Turo, or just rental cars in general.
Yeah.
Where because it's hot, everybody's racking up a lot of inventory, not keeping in mind, can you actually make enough money to sustain those?
Because the bottom line.
Because you're talking about
Right.
like with those two, you said like maybe a Nissan and like a 4 Series BMW. But what's the monthly car note for that?
Exactly. And if I'm being honest, we're talking about a 680 and how the market is right now.
Yeah.
Man, if your credit score is not spotless at most dealerships, if you go to dealership and get an approval from the dealership,
Right.
you're talking about your good rate is going to be 8.5%, 9%.
Right.
It's going to be a good rate.
That's high.
I'm
bro.
just being. I'm telling you,
that's the market,
I'm telling you,
right?
that's the market.
That's the
market
And
we're
that's
in.
at a good rate. So yes, you want to go to your credit union. Yeah, I've heard it all. I don't want to sound like a repeating just person, but yes, credit unions are gonna give you the best deals. Those are relationship banks. You know what I'm saying? You show them money deposits over there, they might give you that 5-6%. But anything lower than that, I haven't seen it in a while. If you know somebody that has, that's cool. I'm just telling you what to expect when you walk out of there.
Right.
It shouldn't matter if you understand how to scale your business. So as I said, I started out on the 2-row route and I made myself available.
Right.
So I was losing hours of sleep. I'm gonna shoot it out to the airport. Whoever needs it out there. I'm gonna meet them wherever they want. You know, I wasn't very particular. No, you have to meet me here.
Gotcha.
You know, you gotta.
So you were
you know,
flexible.
very flexible, because
Okay.
I was trying to get my ratings up.
As a
all that good
businessman,
stuff.
and that's what you have to do in business. You
Gotta
gotta be
take
able
the
to be
L in the
flexible.
beginning. You know what I'm saying?
You have to. It's important.
And I wanted to experience everything. You know what I'm saying? I wanted those handoffs. I wanted them to be real polite.
Right.
You know, I had a scare, and literally one of my first bookings, I had a scare. You know, I got the tracker on my car. I don't want to go too in depth with that, but like for whatever reason, it wasn't working. So I'm
Okay,
sitting.
so real quick.
Okay.
So I just have a few things that I got
I'm
from.
sorry. I
No,
know I
you're
just threw
good,
a
bro.
whole lot out there.
No, that's cool.
No. It's an experience. I had that.
That's the point of
experience.
it.
My
That's
shit
the
got
point
stolen.
of it, right? But no, we have to just be kind of. I want to kind of speak on the points that he made.
Okay, fair enough.
So, as long as you have fair to good credit, you can at least get one car, if not two, for sure, right? That's one thing. Two, I got also that in order to have success in this business, you need to actually be forward with the business. You need to actually work towards it. You need to be
Hands-on.
able to be hands-on. You need to be able to know that it's a customer service type of thing. Excuse me. And that in order to be successful, you need to put in the work. And that's general with anything. And that's the thing about a lot of people that they don't get. They think it's just gonna fall, especially today, internet, bro.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not.
gonna get
It's,
into that.
How you do
not even gonna do
anything is how you do everything.
I'm not even gonna do it. But,
most times,
yeah.
not all times, but most times.
Yeah, but I mean, generally, whatever it is,
good advice.
people waiting for miracles and stuff. Listen, miracles can happen for sure. They surely can. But
absolutely.
you have to understand, ain't no miracle going go down unless you put the work towards it. And that's for
Absolutely.
anything you decide.
Absolutely.
But anyway, that's my little gist. I just wanted to speak on that.
So
Preach.
with the two cars, what's the yeah, we're snapping. What's the car payments?
Okay.
Range.
Yeah.
Because what it is,
on a good end, I would say for every 10,000, think 200.
Wow.
so at 50 grand, right?
So
For the two cars.
10,000. Yeah. So you're talking about 10,000, 20,000,
Talking about
30,000. So for a $30,000 car, think 600, and that's before interest.
So if you're getting those two cars, 50K, that's like $1,000 in car payments,
Yes.
and then you also have insurance.
Yes.
Now, if you don't get any bookings, you still have to pay that.
I'm glad you got there, because in any business,
You gotta
I'm not
take that
telling you
L.
that all you need is good credit. Jump out there and you gonna hit the ground running. I want us to have Common Sense America and Nigeria or whoever else is listening to us out there. I heard somebody tapped in from Portugal earlier. My dog is worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Listen, in any business, anytime you're investing, it got to be money that you are willing to not lose everything over if it doesn't go well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like hitting the charts. I know my boy be trading and stuff like that. It shouldn't be money that is going to take out of your next 3, 4, 5, 6 months bills. That's money that you put aside to win or lose with.
Right.
You make the right steps, you're going to win with. But in this car business, yeah, you need to have a month to 2 months of notes and insurance already in the cut. All right, let's be smart, y'all. Let's not put ourselves in a hole, because anything can happen.
And that kind of speaks to what you're talking about, scaling up too fast, where if you have enough time, you can grow into that. But if you rush too fast, you might have, like, let's say if you did double of that, that's $2,000 in car payments plus 4 insurances, not to mention your own personal stuff. And if you do hit a bad month or something's happening in the market or whatever happens and it's a downturn, then you're still responsible for all those payments.
Yeah.
And once your stuff starts getting, you missing payments, it's messing up your credit, which stops you from expanding the business in the future.
Yeah.
And then,
just a headache.
worst case scenario, they might come get one of those cars.
Worst case scenario. I mean, I've seen people that have businesses that, for whatever reason, they decided what needed to be fixed on that car wasn't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they just gave the car back. You know, they know it's going to hit their credit, but then again, there are people out there that know what to do with things on their credit that's not supposed to be on their credit. You know, that's a whole nother conversation.
A whole nother
conversation. But again, that's due diligence.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so with Turo and because I ain't gonna lie, like for some reason, bro, like I got on
They was
Turo.
taking too much of my money.
I don't even think I drove on Turo, but they just like banned me for some reason. It's kind of weird. I don't know. As a driver or something, I didn't even use it. It's kind of weird. But anyway,
so you tried to sign up. That's interesting.
It's weird. Maybe because I'm dark.
That's interesting. That's not it. But I started on there. I tell you, I was dropping them off. I used to have a place I would park them. If let's say I do have another job that I work in corporate America at, so in the morning I couldn't maybe drop the car off and meet the customer, so I would park it at this parking lot the night before,
right?
Pay that $20, and I know that was good for 12 hours. This person was picking it up within that 12 hours. Right. It's good to go. They can park it back there. I set it up to where I can pay for the parking when they park it back there. Gotcha. Before they even get there. So like, there's a lot of ways to do it, but it was still a hassle. It was still like anything else. It was still work, and it just for me wasn't scaling up fast enough. And that's just in my opinion. The notes that I was carrying, I don't want to go into detail over the cars. I could, but I don't want to. The notes that I was carrying, Turo wasn't bringing me in enough. And then I started getting people that were just reaching out to me directly, asking me to rent the car. And I was already seeing people in the city of Atlanta doing this, scaling up a little bit more formally with their websites and, really trying to push towards having a real, I guess, very formal rental car business. Right. Because I have multiple side hustles with a full-time job that takes a lot of my time, I chose to just go the network route. Okay. As in, I'm just going to use my network of friends that know I have vehicles and always be an asset to that person. I'm one phone call away, and within 3 cars, it's easy to have all of my cars out weeks at a time, to where Turo might have made me $325, and they're going to take some of that, right? In a weekend.
Their fees.
I could charge double that for a weekly rate, and 100% of it is in my pocket.
Okay, so check this out. So for me, right, out of that, right, that means basically the only reason you would want to even do Turo is just because it's just because of the security.
Guaranteed customers.
The security and the guarantee of customers. Because if something happens to your car, as a what's it called? Sorry, as a renter. And somebody
with Turo, you're automatically covered. That's why they take money out of your profits, because it goes to the insurance.
But if it's just you got to be able. But honestly, it's similar. If you're in business, you can be just like a Turo. All you got to do is take some extra steps, and rather than just doing an LLC and stuff, do a little bit more due diligence. There's an explanation on everything you need to know with any business that you're doing. It's just common sense, but you got to actually do the extra work, or pay somebody to do the extra work for yourself.
And the other part that Bo was talking about, talk more about the network part, because I feel like that's where it sounds good that you want to make more money and do it outside of Turo, but there's a service that Turo provides, which is that marketing. Like you say, you always got customers. So if you're going to do it on your own, how do you, not everybody has a network.
True. So you got to have a network, bro.
Yes. And that's why I said earlier that I can't tell everybody how to do it. I don't know how it worked for you.
Right.
This is how it worked for me. But I will say, like anything else, it takes branding. I mean, the muscle's going to have to get put in somewhere.
True.
So either you running these cars back and forth to the airport to get the good rental people that want it for a whole weekend, that's coming in. Those are the people that get it for the whole weekend, mostly in Turo. They're flying in. They want it for the weekend. They might be flying down, driving down to Augusta for golf or something like that. Those are those people. You like those customers. They take care of your cars. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the people that's in Atlanta for a night renting your cars. They about to. Woo. But what was I saying? Sorry, I had.
You was also talking about the network of people. So it's because you have a certain network that you tapped into.
Yes,
which is why you're able to do this business.
Yes, there's a lot.
So
of people.
Somebody's not as, let's say, as social as you are, as well connected as you are. Don't think that they can follow your route, because there's certain things that allow you to do that.
Yeah.
It's not just investing. Oh, I want to do a car business.
Nah, I won't say that.
Okay.
I would say find a way for everybody that does know you to know you for that.
Okay. So like brand yourself.
Yes, man. When I was in high school, I used to see people paint shoes. There wasn't no Facebook and Instagram to promote painting shoes.
Right.
You just had to tell your friends you paint shoes. They see your work a few times. Oh man, next time I want my shoes painted, I'm gonna holler at him. But everybody doesn't think it's that simple. But it really is that simple.
That's fair.
It takes the first conversation and the second conversation. Oh, he's really about this.
Gotcha.
And then when they see that nice car that you rented, it's clean too. Man, I want to take my girl out on a date. Man, I might check that out. And then his homeboy gonna see that car. That's your new whip. Nah, actually, I hit Big Tokes up to get this whip. Now
This Big Toast might fit.
I fuck with Big Tokes.
Hey, just my stick, man. You feel?
No, but it makes sense. So you're saying that, like, which I appreciate that, because it's not saying that they can't go your route. It's just saying they got to put in the work.
Yeah, just like anything else. But I'm gonna put in the work every route.
But that's so the moral of the story here. Where we at? We here? The moral of the story here is that you gotta put in work, bro. Can't get away from it.
You can't escape the work.
You just can't get away from it.
And that might be a challenge that I feel like a lot of people face
it is a
with hearing
challenge.
about stuff on Instagram, is that it makes it seem like you don't have to put in the work.
Yeah.
And it's easy to say scale up to 20 cars, scale up to 20 Airbnbs, but like you said at the beginning, you're doing a lot of work in terms of going the extra mile to get the customers and making sure they're satisfied before you can actually like get stuff flowing.
Mind you, the bare minimum can be met with least work. You know what I'm saying? If you do the bare minimum and you have a nice car on Turo, especially in the hot months, between April and September, you should be good. You're gonna be able to pay the note, but do you want that extra money?
Right.
Yes, so you're gonna have to do a little extra. That's any business. You've been in the Turo business, man.
Yeah. I was in the tour business for like one day.
Man.
Any endeavor that you ventured in, how do you define success?
Ooh.
Grow,
Every.
trading,
Okay.
corporate.
I'm a 1% better type of guy. But when it comes to business endeavors, I would say look at it on a yearly format, year for year.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to business. They say, in most businesses, you shouldn't go and expecting profit for the first 2 years. I mean, people willing to do anything and not make no money for 2 years.
Not a lot of people.
Bruh, I know about this.
Bro, I could.
Shit ain't easy. I mean, it's
You know what I'm saying?
It's no.
So, but
Yeah.
on Instagram, they preaching a lot of get quick shit, and if you don't get rich quick, you don't feel successful.
Right.
So I would say it's not getting rich. I would say you taking a business that was making no money now, and now it's making $1,000 a month in 3 months. Now a year in, you're making $4,000 a month. That is a big difference
It is.
by year 2. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So that's how I measure success day for day. But the little things like trading, yeah, I'm a 1%. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I can do a little bit better and build on top of that, and always be ready to be wrong. That's when you get better.
That's lit.
JP, what about you?
Okay. What was the question again? Real quick.
How do you define success
How do I define success?
in any of your business ventures?
Well, I mean, I would say, similar to what my guy said, time and the progress anyways, because, everything ain't sweet. and progress is general. So for me, any form of progress is is honestly how I do judge success. And even if it's little progress, it might not, and the speed of the progress as well, it might not be the fastest, but if it's steady and it's moving, that's when I would say it's progress. And similar to what he said, as far as in the timely and in the yearly manner, that progress will show within the time. So if you look at where I was in the beginning and where I am now after a year, you will definitely see the difference. So with that being said, that all progress is good progress.
Success.
Right.
Yeah, definitely money.
Big toast.
Yeah, no, I look at success definitely as money because that's proof that your business is doing well.
Sure.
And the more money you're coming in, or the more money you have coming in, the easier it is for you to expand your business or invest more. So that doesn't mean there's not risk, but if you're losing a lot of money, that's a sign that you might be doing the wrong thing, because you might not have enough money to last to be able to see the business turn around and become successful. Then the other thing that I use to judge success in business, just a learning experience, because no matter what you do, you're able to take things that you learn from any experience and apply them to a new experience, and then you're able to do more at that. A lot of times when we look at people and it feels like their overnight success is just that they learned a lot through failing at a bunch of different things, then all of a sudden it clicks, and then it feels like it just came out of nowhere, but we don't see the work that they've been putting in for like a long time.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Preach.
No, real skill.
Yeah. And then always remember money as well.
Money.
But yeah, I mean, all that breeds money, though. You know what I'm saying?
All that breeds
All that
money.
breeds the money, because if you're doing all that and everything is smooth, the money will be flowing. It's just
I
a matter of time.
tell you,
You know, so, hey.
man, money is crucial.
Money. All right, so hey, that was a nice little one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a good man, Bo.
Y'all pretty cool,
You
man.
know, we
Yeah,
just
no,
kicked
Bo got some good
Y'all pretty
knowledge.
cool,
We
man.
appreciate it. So then, should we keep going and have a conversation that's a little bit more casual?
Hey,
Sure.
how about that?
Okay. Now, and if y'all watching this, y'all probably seen it about was the guy a football player or a soccer player that was getting divorced or
Oh
something?
yeah, Hakeem.
Can
No, I know the guy. All I know, hey, look at me.
City Boys up a million
Hakeem.
points.
Can you break down what the story is just so?
Okay, well, it's this guy. His name is what's that? Hakraf
I
Hakimi.
don't even know his name.
He's what is he like? He's a Moroccan. Is it Morocco or Algerian? One of them. Football, soccer player. That's what I'm saying. And he plays for PSG, one of the biggest football clubs in the world. It's out of France.
Nice.
Paris, to be exact. And basically, he got a divorce recently from his wife that he has a kid with. And I think she's like almost like 10 years older than him. She got with him when he was like 19 and stuff. And stuff. So she's older apparently, and she's an actress as well.
How long have they been together?
I think it may
Like
be
2 years? I
don't
thought
know
it was
how many,
shorter than
but
that.
they got a daughter or something together, I think. Yeah. So anyway, so with that being said, like so she basically got a divorce from him, and she was trying to get all his stuff, all his ish. You know what I'm saying? But my boy was smart as hell. My boy had the brains on him. You feel me? My boy was smart as hell. He got everything that he made was always transferred directly into his mom's name. So he don't own nothing. His house, his clothes, his jewelry, everything. Like, bro, that was the most genius thing I've ever seen happen from a man who has money. Like, it's crazy. And she tried to get the money. And she ain't get shit. She actually owes him some money because she made money too, bro. A lot of y'all ain't even know about that.
Thank God she wasn't no gold digger.
Bro,
So it don't matter. But it sucks that she got to give up some money to him.
she
now.
was a gold digger, but she tried to.
Nah, she wasn't no gold digger. She had her own money. That's all the girls
yeah,
say.
but she tried to. Like, if she wanted to go digger, like, why would she try to take my boy money when
I'm
she already
saying,
got money?
I seen the
Well, they were
comments.
married.
Yeah, but what I mean, she got money.
Okay, so going back to the question about success, do you think that the person that you choose, do you think that it's an important business decision, the life partner that you choose to be with? And if so, how does that impact your success?
Yes, I think it's very important. I feel it's
I
extremely
think it depends.
That's a business decision.
I think it is a business decision because whoever you're with has to be able to push you. You see what I'm saying? Because and the thing is this, like, I feel like it's important that initially, like, you might not want that push. You might not want that push, and that push actually, it comes in different ways, you know. And initially, like, you might not want that push, and as a guy, I know most of the time we want to be by ourselves and do what we need to do, and then come back and boom, it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? But that's cool over some time, but after some time, you're gonna get to a point where it's like, okay, yo, like, you gonna want a little bit more closure.
So you don't think that important, this isn't just for you, but you don't think that important business decision of who your life partner is, y'all don't think that that's a part of success?
Definitely.
Or your definition of success?
So you're saying like, you know, like choosing your life partner in itself should be considered a business decision.
Yes, and that should be part of your success, or how you define success.
If that's what you want.
Yeah.
If that's what you want. But yeah, I could agree with that.
He
If that's
said,
what you want.
I love how Bo clarified. He said, if that's what you want.
Right.
What I'll say is that it kind of depends on how you structure your life, which is also sometimes how you structure your business. Meaning that for some people, they rely a lot on their partner for that emotional bond and support. That's where who they are and the type of person they are will play a big factor. For some people, there are some men, also some women out there who kind of have that role a little bit more tightly defined, where it's just like I'm already as successful as I need to be, so I might not need your push, I might not need your advice or counseling. I might just need you to be my pretty wife who is respectful, does what I need her to do, and is right there.
Oh man.
So no, but there are some people like that.
She made a face. She hated that.
But of course she did,
That's
because
so
sometimes
crazy.
that's goes against what some people think of as
That's
like
not
relationships.
what the westernized women want to hear.
Oh.
Most of
Yeah,
them.
but there are some like that's the whole idea of a trophy wife, right?
Right.
Meaning that I need you to be pretty, nice, make me look good, and that's about it. I already have advisors. I got a board. I got everybody that I need. I got lawyers and all that. I don't need your push. I don't need your advice. I don't need none of that.
That's why I said. That's why I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
why I said
that's
it depends
cool.
on the person.
It does
Yeah.
depend on the person.
That's
You're
why I
right.
said it depends on the
Absolutely.
person.
It does. It does.
Because
So-
of that.
You're
Like,
right, you're right. But I mean, in general, like you I mean, I think the partner aspect of it, yes, I think it is. Over time, it kind of defines success because success is not just only business; it's family and everything as well.
Absolutely.
So that's what I was kind of aiming towards, not as far as business, but then when I say you would want that closure, like you might eventually want that closure, and you might not want that at all, which can help whichever way how you're leading your family as the figurehead. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on what that is, but definitely like it does depend on how you want to run your relationship or how you want to run your business. Like your other partner doesn't have to have any kind of say in your business. Definitely, it's not a must. It's just if you want it or not, or if you want it or not.
and it also depends on what type of business. Because when you're talking about an athlete, how is she supposed to be in his business? She going to help choose what shoes he playing. You know,
Right.
like can she really be with him shooting in the gym? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not a good or bad thing, but if it's a lot of other businesses, I can go down the list that
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect. What can she do but be there to maybe say, oh, thank you, you know, for the hard work today when you came home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the same way, you know, if you was home busting it for the food all day and taking care of the kids and everything else, cleaning, all he can really do is be like, thanks, babe, good job. Like, that's all he can really do. Like,
Definitely, and that's
Like-
the thing, and like,
And there's
it's
nothing
not-
wrong with that.
there's
It's
nothing wrong with that.
That's
I'm
what
just
I was
saying
basically
it's
saying. That's
equal.
what-
It's like,
If the example, he might not need advice on what endorsement to take because you might not have the expertise to be able to guide him on that. But what I can do for you is I can take care of our family and our home, and I can make sure you don't got to worry about it. Nothing in regards to
Don't worry
that.
about it.
It's all taken care of. Don't worry about it. Like you could be out there being the best you can be without worrying about any of this. I'll make sure it's good, and that might be what some people need. So provide what people need.
Yeah. So, yes. answer
To answer your question.
your question. It is a business decision. It's in like 1987 in a comedy show.
Yeah, it's not new.
Bro, prenups. Can we talk about prenups? Is
Yeah.
that okay? Are prenups okay? You believe in prenups?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Whatever.
Y'all say that, but are y'all gonna give that to your wife? No. No. No.
I'd probably structure things
No.
a little differently.
And I've said this amongst my friends
I'd
before.
structure it a little bit differently.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna go back and
I
forth.
like what's his name? Hakimi's. I like his route.
Yeah, his route is beautiful because honestly, you
The
got
the soccer player that
Yeah.
we're talking about earlier?
Well,
his route was beautiful.
His route is beautiful, but his route is also a route that a lot of
real
wealthy
hoop too,
people
that's
use as
funny.
well. It's just that instead of their moms, a lot of them use
put it in trust. Yeah.
because it's the same thing where there's a difference between having access.
Yeah, so do that.
Yeah, so that's almost functions the same as a prenup.
I just feel like prenup is just like a dark cloud on the relationship. It's just like, yo, we might fail, so let's go ahead and make a contingency plan.
I mean, shoot. To be honest, like
It's
we
just-
don't plan to
it's
we
just-
don't plan
it's
to
just-
fail, but
yeah, it's
if
just-
anything happen, bro, like
I hear
it's
you,
gonna
and
be-
most people do provide. I mean, most people do plan for it. Most women do got a little saving stash you don't know about. So you better have your
I mean,
saving
it's just
stash.
very. The problem about it,
It can.
the problem with the thing with what he said with the prenup is marriage and all this is become so emotional. I mean, I guess it is emotional, I guess, but at the end of the day, it's really not emotional. It's really a contract, and that's the reality of it. Like, the westernized world has messed us up so much. To be so much in tune with our emotions that we don't use common sense with stuff. I said stuff. You hear me? With
That's
common
fine.
sense with stuff, bro. And I think that's the problem with a lot of things, and that's what and it's like we're so in tune with this emotions and everything, and how you gotta be so caught up in that, and it's messing everybody up. And honestly, if you're making all this money in the world, and you worked all your time, or you work hard, and you have somebody who's, with you, and maybe they're doing their thing, whatever the situation is, you know what I'm saying? And check this out, they're doing their thing, right?
Mhm.
They might just be making a little bit less money than you, but the fact that they're making less money than you, they will still get half.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't make
Okay,
no
I
sense.
got another question for you.
Listen.
Okay. So I mean, I feel you that yes,
It's crazy.
people should make that common sense, right? It's like, but it's not common sense. Like your wife, she's not gonna. How is she supposed to feel?
It's not. You see,
Because
you're back to emotions.
no, it's not even okay. You're right. You're right. Even on let's make it a business decision because it's hard to say. This is not church and state. It's hard to separate the two because let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. A woman can be in love with you for the lifestyle you provide her. That doesn't mean she's not in love with you.
It's not about love. You see,
She's happiest when she's with you.
That's fine, bro.
Let's say she loves to travel. She would travel with a fucking turtle.
Is it back
She'll
to
travel with
emotion?
anybody. No. No, it's a business decision for her too.
Okay, but it's still emotional.
Because she wouldn't want to be with you if all of these things that she wants coming to her is coming to her.
Right.
So why am I going to sign this shit that says, if you just decide that you don't want to be with me no more, I get nothing? Does that work in her favor?
But listen, I'd rather my thing is
Whose favor does it work? And
This shit is
we're only asking the man to use logic. I feel the fight that she's putting up is using logic as well.
Okay,
No, but
Is it not?
But one of the
Am
misconceptions.
I being wrong?
No, you're not wrong. But
Because they're doing it anyway.
But one of the misconceptions with the prenup is that it says anything. All it says is that we're going to decide how this goes before
Okay.
that time period.
Okay.
So you can still have 50-50 in there. You get half. You could
Okay.
you get 45%. You get.
Well, I
Oh,
want to make a
10%
decision.
when you have
I
one
wanna
child.
make
You
the
get
decision.
2%
I don't
when
want
you have.
anybody to tell me you're gonna take half of my shit. Just
Okay, but okay.
That's all it
make
is.
the decision.
Now, if the prenup is broken down like that,
I mean, I
you
never
get the
understood
dog
what a
in the
prenup
house.
was, to be honest.
Yeah, you get the dog.
You get the car,
house.
whatever car you own when this
Yeah,
happens.
if we have up to four kids, you get this amount. It can be very descriptive in terms of
that
how it
is
functions.
just such a. It's just cringe, bro.
But you know what? You know what's another contract called? Marriage contract. It's a
yeah,
contract.
and it is
so
one.
so why is it like such a it's such a contract? It's such a business. But It's still business when you sign a contract, bro.
Because-
Yes or no?
No, yeah, because according to the original contract, you're not supposed to break it whatsoever.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So regardless, bro.
So
you in
the
business.
second contract we shouldn't worry about right
If it's
now.
all about love, then why is that contract?
The only reason why we have to worry about the second contract is because people have been breaking the first one.
Facts.
The first one didn't
I'm
say
being
that you could
technical,
get
by the
divorced
way.
because
I'm
you
just
weren't happy.
being technical, not saying I'm against it. I'm just
The
being
first
technical.
contract didn't say that you could get divorced because you weren't happy, because you weren't fulfilled, because the other person cheated. It said till death do you part.
Mm-hmm.
So unless one of us dies, we're in this. But because people started breaking that, that's where the
became a
cleanup came.
trend.
Oh,
It's
man.
cool to
Love is between you and that person.
see
man.
this guy with his love. I got emotions.
And what came before you guys shouldn't matter. What comes after you guys won't matter, man. It's just you and that person in that time.
Dr. Love over there, bro.
That's
You see how I
Dr.
switched up the
Love.
just like that?
I know Bo's being sarcastic because what came before you does matter. It
It does.
absolutely does.
It always does.
Because it influences what you're experiencing right now.
You feel?
Oh man,
Thank you,
But that's a
sir.
whole other conversation.
Hey, man, listen, bro.
listen, man.
This guy is a funny guy.
Yeah, no.
He's a funny
But
guy.
Hakimi, that was brilliant. Brilliant.
Dead?
I think a lot of people were shocked
No
that
way.
he could do such a thing
No, that's boy.
because that's a surprise.
Now he changed the game.
Yeah.
Like
That-
mamas across the world are reading that article, rubbing their hands together like Birdman. These niggas done figured out the sauce. They about to send all their contracts over.
It's a smart thing.
NBA mamas is sending it. They never knew how to send an article before. They sending articles on Facebook to their son. Like, look at this.
Look at this.
I
Look at
told you
how
about.
smart this
I
young
told
man
you
is.
about Shaquana.
Shaquana.
Yeah,
Not Shaquana.
Amber too.
And Amber too. And a little mini Karen too.
Hell no.
Marianne, all y'all. Boy,
Trying to tell y'all, boy. Though,
Listen.
No,
man.
but this has been good though. This has been
this
great.
is cool. This is cool.
Man,
I'm
Blow,
cool, John,
man, we appreciate you
Blow.
coming
They should
through.
call this man,
Man, call me
bro.
Blow, man.
I mean, they wouldn't have noticed if you didn't emphasize it.
Right,
They would
right.
have just glossed over it.
Right.
But thank you for
mean,
highlighting it.
Look, he
He's-
called you Big Toast one time, and you've been highlighting it for the rest of the whole episode.
hey,
so
man, listen, man.
I guess you wanted people to. You wanted it to stick.
It did.
It
Hey,
had a
man.
nice ring to it.
It don't sound
Big
bad,
Toast,
bro. Big
not the
Toast.
little one.
Not the little one.
Not the little one, yeah.
Oh shit, that's sticking. You feel me? Hey man, listen, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. You know, BG, Pete. You know how we do it, man.
Where can they find you, JB?
Man, listen, you can only find me, or you can find me on Bad Guy JB on Instagram, BADGUYJB. You know, I'm the bad guy.
Okay. Bo, where can they find you?
They can find me on IG for the most part at BO_LOCO. Your boy Bo Loco. That's about it.
Where the loco come from? Sorry, this is a sidebar. We're just interested.
4 locals.
I was a little crazy in my past life, and
Everybody
one
got
of
passed.
my Spanish friends, he just called me Loco one time, and it just stuck.
Bo Loco.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it first.
He said, "You crazy."
You crazy.
Yeah, and then he said, "You loco."
You look
That's how it happened.
Bo Loco. Here we are. So y'all know where y'all can find me. That's at Toksogun. That's everywhere, even the .com. That's TOKSOGUN. Everywhere. So appreciate y'all coming through. All right, y'all. It's been real.
It's been
We
real.
real appreciate y'all.
I'll let y'all, man.
Thank you very much. Peace.
That was fun, guys.
Stop this stream.
That was fun, man. I was moving my head. I was feeling like a pro.
Good job.
I was feeling like a pro. That was fun.
Can you charge? Well, okay.
That was my,
What? Turn the
that wasn't
volume.
my first since I did that shit with K, but in this type of setting, that was my first.
Okay,
How'd I do?
and then put the put it
Y'all
on
did
the
great.
We did cool.
fourth
Yes.
camera.
That was cool.
Thank you very much, y'all. Hey man,
Here we
we're gonna get better on this.
Appreciate that.
That was cool.
That was
What you
dope.
think?
It was dope. It looked good online though.
For real?
Nice.
Yeah.
I ain't look too
Let's
high.
go. Let's watch it.
Nah, it was
Yeah, too
Let's
high.
watch it.
I want to see that shit.
Well, he's got to charge his laptop and stop the
I'm
stream
about to watch
first.
on TV.
Yeah, talk about it. No way. Nigga, you
Can
know
y'all
you
send me
charge
the
this
link?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are you gonna stay behind the desk the whole time?
Boy,
Well,
Man.
we're done.
what vegetable or fruit like helps with memory?
motherfucker. Oh, what?
Bruh, like 2 different times I was talking and my fucking brain just went blank.
What do you mean? It's like you just forgot what you was talking about?
Yeah, 2 different times.
But you wasn't high, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what-
I'm always high, so I gotta do something about it.
Yeah.
Bye, Bo.
All right, now.
Bye,
So-
Wilson.
Usman.
Usman, sorry.
Yeah.
What we doing? That's part of the bitch. Yeah, that was cool, bro. I had fun.
Yeah. So it's just
It
gonna
felt
get.
so natural. That was my first time.
You gotta finish doing the whole thing, right?
What are you talking about? The titles and description. Yeah, we're talking about that. Is it charged?
Oh, I came up here and didn't even see that. I wasn't. What?
Is it plugged in?
Bye, guys.
Bye.
No, it's cool. No, I can always go.
This one was the, I think the last one was one of the
Or
best.
as soon as
What?
that laptop charges up,
It's already started. God damn.
just stop the stream.
You don't know what it is, man. You don't know what it is. It's your boy Bad Guy JB. You in the building, man. Shout out to my boy, my co-host, man. Tokes and Tokes. What up, JB? You in the
Hey, what's
building?
going on, JB? How you doing?
Man, we here, man. We kicking
Yeah, wasn't
it. You see your head.
The talks are talks.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
but the big talks.
He went in. Wow, what a
Oh, that's true. I did go in.
He did go in.
And then I went out. And then I went in.
Tripping.
And then I
My
went out.
boy tripping, but you know, welcome,
That's what
welcome
you be
to-
doing, bro. Your focus is off because you be in and out the camera. It's on manual, like, so you cannot move much. Otherwise, it does like that weird effect.
Now, these are opinions.
I mean,
Opinions.
for me, anyways, I think for a guy, anyways, you want to be able to, you know, get her when you maybe not get into it like that, because that shows that, you know, she's down, and if she stays down with you, I mean, I don't think you can stay down too long. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, I know most guys, man, if you don't stay down with us for the whole long run, we're gonna take it to the heart, and we get the money, we're gonna laugh at you on the street. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. But you know, for those, you gotta understand, man. Like at least if she give you a year or two, which is in the long run, and a lot of women's book, they don't got that much time to trip.
True.
That's my nice opinion.
Alright, mine,
Yeah, what's your-
I've been in both places, right? So I've been up, I've been down, up, down, right?
Mhm.
What meant the most to
Is that
me-
wow?